It's a few minutes after 3 in the morning. Anybody else up? I know there's a few people that went live earlier. I really don't give a fuck about them going live a certain time in the morning, at night, because honestly, I could do it during the day. But I don't know what people got going on. And believe it or not, there are a lot of people that work that's on this app. Either they work full-time somewhere or they work part-time somewhere. Shout out to the chat. This is your home girl, Arabia Barbosa. 914 Washington County, New York. Karibu ni umbani Kewango. Karibu ni umbani Kewango. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my channel. Pull up a chair. Enjoy yourself. Relax for a while. This is your home girl, Arabia Barbosa, a.k.a. the BT1000, a.k.a. the Jeeper Creeper on this shit, a.k.a. Lucy the Vampire, a.k.a. the German Shepherd in the goddamn room. Good morning, highly favored. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. Highly favored, it's kind of early for you to be up. It's kind of early for you to be up, highly favored, but I'm glad to see you. We got a long walk ahead of us, highly favored. Well, at least I do. You're on the computer. You're either on your computer, tablet, or phone, so you don't have to do this walk. I'm doing it this morning, highly favored, because if I wait any later, I will not be put on a ticket. I went Monday. The lady was kind of slow this Monday. A lot of people didn't go out, so I didn't really feel bad. Not at all. And I was able to get back on the bus and come home, so I really didn't care. Yeah, but shout out to you, highly favored. Shout out to the Ghost Watcher. Highly favored just typed into the chat, but we got a Ghost Watcher. But I am a ghost whisperer. So shout out to you that's hiding in the bushes, that's whispering like a ghost in the shadows of the YouTube streets. Yeah. I don't have the camera on myself this morning because quite naturally everyone knows what I look like. You know my voice, you know what I look like. So it's no need for me to camera up all the time. All the time. When I first started doing my videos years ago on YouTube, or Facebook, Instagram, I would always camera up. I never hid behind an avatar. Matter of fact, when I first started on YouTube, that's what people were doing. People was hiding behind an avatar. They wasn't using letters. They wasn't using pictures back then. Today is a different story. People do what they want to do. People do what they want to do. They do what they need to do. You don't have to answer to anyone. You can do whatever you want. But I'm going to tell you something. For those that like to talk shit, I like to rumble in the grass, and like to two-step with people, those are the people that need the camera up. Those are the people that need the camera up. Turn the camera on. When you talk about somebody or you really believe in something, turn the camera on. It's not going to hurt nothing. It's not going to hurt nothing. It's not going to hurt nothing with your channel. Yo, we got people On this app, they can post things on their community wall. If you can post things on your community wall, that means that you have a following. Somewhere, somehow, you have a following. People are paying attention to you. People are paying attention to you. Yeah. When I first started out on these YouTube streets, Tommy Sotomayor was in this sector. Cynthia G, Tanya TKO, Tariq Nasheed, and a few others that are no longer in this sector. They have moved on to a different sector. Hassan Campbell started in this sector. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the people that know the history of these YouTube streets, especially when it comes to the sector. Now look at this place. Now all of a sudden, now last Monday, this place was closed. I know today is Wednesday, but it was one day last week they were closed, which was on a Monday, and I don't know why they were closed, but they're gonna be up and down the street all morning. Yeah, highly favored, or whoever's in the chat, shout out to the chat. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, the reason why I'm making this walk early this morning is because I know that if I wait later, there'll be no chance of me going out to work today, and I need the money today. I need the money today. Not tomorrow, not the next day, not next week. I need the money today. Shout out to the chat. Now, I don't mean no harm, you guys, but I did put in a few applications to work other places. I got follow up on the last two that I did, and I did them earlier this week. Yep. Shout out to the chat. Yo, I did a walkthrough on downtown Charleston. I think it was Monday. Yep, it was Monday morning. Because I didn't go out. I didn't go on a ticket. And I had people in the chat who was looking at what I was doing. And then we stumbled upon that terrible place. And they have several places like that in downtown Charleston. Places that are still up and operational. Even though they are not selling slaves, there are no selling of slaves. It's just that the fact that these places are now museums. These places are now walk-through museums. And it seems like to me that the white people that live in this area, they take a whole lot of pride in knowing that they own another human being. They take pride in knowing that at one time, black people in this country was put in a position where we had no rights, where we had no power, where we had no influence. We didn't even have the right to have families. That's why I get mad. And I don't mean no harm. I get mad when black bitches come out here, get fucking pregnant, and then turn around and give their children over to the fucking system. I get mad when black bitches come out here, get pregnant, and then turn around and give their children to a fucking system that don't give a fuck about them. Them people that take in your kids that you put in harm's way, they only taking the money. They don't give a fuck about the kid. We got motherfuckers on this app telling me, Arabia, that's not true. You know what I mean? I guess some of them are foster parents or whatever. Stop lying. Stop lying. You know you got them kids for them fucking money. You know you got them kids so you can get paid twice a month for doing fucking nothing. Half of you don't even feed those fucking kids. You don't feed them. You don't clothe them. You don't make sure they go to school and get educated. You mistreat them while they're there, and you allow the children that's in there that got emotional problems to mistreat those children that come through your doors. Hey, Miko, good morning. Miko, I ain't got the camera on myself. The last time you said you got dizzy. But thank you for coming through. Good morning, Mika. Good morning to anyone that's in my chat. I'm only doing this walk because I need the money. I didn't go out Monday because she was running slow on jobs. I didn't go down there yesterday, almost like a Monday. Today might be a better day. Because some of these dudes, they don't come every day. Some of them will come 2-3 days in a row and then don't show up for the rest of the week or for a day or two. Time someone else got their position job for maybe just that day or for that week. We don't know. But shout out to the chat. Yeah, Mika, I was just saying how I did the walkthrough on Monday in downtown Charleston. And one of the places I was showing my people, my audience, is that there's one particular place that used to auction off slaves. It's several places like that in downtown Charleston. But that one particular place where it happened on, because it's not too far from the waterfront. All these places I'm talking about where they held black people to get sold to another human being, they still have those places up. They're not selling people, but they're operational. They're walk-in museums. And it seems like to me the white in this area is so proud that they used to own people. And I was saying how angry I get when these black bitches, and I said it right, when these black young bitches come out into the world, get fucking pregnant, they're either gonna have an abortion, number one, or two, they're gonna put their kid in foster care. And a lot of times when they put these kids in foster care, the children are not treated well. They are only there to provide someone else with a fucking living, a fucking paycheck. Sometimes these foster parents get paid twice a month. A lot of people don't know that. Some of these people get bonus pay as an incentive to get the children clothing. A lot of these people take the money, they hoard the money. Instead of spending the money on the children, they either spend it on themselves or they put it in a bank account somewhere. And they don't be saving the money for these kids. There's been several people on this app. When I say stuff like that, now when I used to say stuff like that on certain platforms, they used to be like, oh, Ray, that's not true. Ray, you can't be saying that. It is true. And what some of them were social workers. So I was making the social workers look bad. And some of them were actual people that had foster children. And I was making them look like assholes. It's not my fault that the system is fucked up. It's not my fault that the system is broken. And I've been saying for a long time, for a couple of years, they need to do something about the foster care system. They need to do something about child welfare. It's a broken system. It doesn't help anyone. Look at me. Take a good look at me. 52 years old. I live alone. I live by myself. But I don't have anything. I don't have nothing. I was born with nothing. I have nothing. I have nothing now. I will never have nothing. And nobody can take nothing from nothing. I don't have any generational wealth. In other words, people that were taking care of me and my brother, they adopted us and everything. These people passed on. No generational wealth. They didn't leave us with anything. There was no promise of anything, and they didn't leave us nothing. But for over 18 years, they were collecting money for me and my brother and the other children that was in that house. And we get nothing out of the deal. Something ain't right. And I don't mean no fucking harm. A lot of black people are like that. Whether you're adopted, a foster care child, or a natural born child. A lot of our parents and grandparents have nothing to pass on when they pass away. They have nothing. They done worked all their lives to pay these taxes, to pay these mortgages, to pay these bills, to pay the car note, pay for groceries, pay for toiletries, pay for things for them to have. And at the end of the day, when they get to be 65 years old, they don't have anything to pass down to the next generation. They don't even have a set of dishes to pass down. And I don't mean no harm. I think it's being done on purpose. I think it's being done on purpose. I think it's being done maliciously. It's malicious intent. What I went through in 2019 with these people, with this estate bullshit, it's shameful. It's shameful. And the person that was running the estate graced everyone with a little bit of money. But not enough. Not enough. That's why I say the system is broken. And I get mad with these black bitches. They go out here, get pregnant by somebody that really don't care nothing about them. And they have babies. Either they abort them or they have these babies and put the baby in a vulnerable situation. Look at everything we went through during slavery and during the Jim Crow era. And these black bitches gonna get up and do some bullshit like that. You gonna throw your children to the same system that destroyed your ancestors. That's really smart. That's not smart at all. It's stupid. It's dumb. It's foolish. I don't know why black bitches do it, but they do. They do. I know this personally, firsthand. I don't have any children of my own. God never blessed me to have any. Matter of fact, I was never really put in a position in my teenage years or in my 20s or in my 30s to even get pregnant. And a few years ago, 2 years ago, I went through a thing called what they call menopause. Hot flashes, and the period stopped. Once my menstruation stopped, I was joyful. I was happy. I always questioned why I even had a menstruation. I remember when I met my biological father after 28 years of separation. You know what one of my brothers asked him? And this is the brother that grew up with me. He said, Daddy, I don't mean no harm. But don't you think Arabia should be Andre or Anthony or Andrew? Don't you think her name should be Raymond, Arthur? You know, she should have been born a he, not a she. Hate to say it, Daddy. Arabia should have been born a he and not a she. I didn't take no offense to it. I didn't take no offense to it. Not at all. I even questioned my father. I said, why are your sperm so weak? He said, excuse me? I said, you heard what I said. I said, Daddy, why are your sperm so fucking weak? He said, what do you mean by that? I said, you had 2 boys and I'm the only girl. I'm the only female. That means you got weak sperm. He said, oh, baby, what you talking about? I said, nigga, your nuts ain't working right. Anytime a man can reproduce a female, something is wrong. In certain families, in certain cases, boys are better. I'm just giving my honest opinion. Shout out to the chat. Good morning, Uncle L. So we got highly favored, Mika, and Uncle L. Hold on, you guys. I'm going to make this easier for you, so nobody gets dizzy. Yeah, because while I'm walking, this phone is going to be moving. Yeah, Uncle L, the only reason why I'm making this walk down here this early or anytime in the morning like this is because I know if I get there later, any later, there's no chance of me going out on a ticket. At least this gives me a chance to put my name in the hat, so to speak. Yeah. Because I went there on Monday. Even though I was the 6th person on the list, there was a lot of repeat tickets that went out. I didn't see nobody new going nowhere new. There was a lot of people that did not go out Monday morning. So Mondays and Tuesdays is a little slow. That's why I didn't go yesterday. But I did the walkthrough on downtown Charleston on Monday. And I was showing the people in the audience one of the dungeons that they kept black people in, our people, some of our ancestors in, before they got sold into slavery. Before they either got sold further south or they stayed here in South Carolina or X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z. And I was saying it's such a shame that our people had to go through that, and we got these young women, black women, I call them bitches, but they are bitches because they know what the fuck they doing. If you went to school in America, you know American history. You know what our ancestors went through during slavery and Jim Crow. And you gonna turn around and give your seed over, your baby over, your child over to the same system that mistreated our ancestors. And I don't mean no harm. Foster care was not meant for black children. Adoption was not meant for black children. In a lot of instances, when a black child cannot go into a foster home situation, what do? They look for a group home. If there is no vacancy, if there are no openings, if there are no beds in the foster home or the group home, they send the child to a correctional detention center for juveniles. It's a juvenile jail. It's a juvenile county jail. Sometimes it's privately run. And this is where a lot of our children get caught up in a system that they cannot get out of. And I blame the parents. I blame the parents. I blame the grandparents. I blame the extended families. I blame the system. I blame the judges. I blame the lawyers. Oh yeah, we got a whole group of people. And it's not just this year. It's generation after generation after generation. I'm talking about generational trauma that lives in the bloodstream of Black people. Not only in this country, but every country in the world, where we are marked with this thing. Not only are we facing certain types of discrimination, but we seem to turn that same hate that other people got for us against us. And it starts in the home. And a lot of people going to take offense to what I'm saying, but a lot of Black parents don't love their children. Because one, they don't love themselves. They don't love their parents. They don't love their life situation. Instead of stopping it, instead of stopping the generational curse or the generational trauma, they keep it going. So it's like a program people being run on. And I know there's a lot of people look at me, right? They say, well, Arabia is part of the LGBTQ community. Arabia is a bulldagger, a straight lesbian. These are the things they say. But either it was to be that or to be somebody's whore. That's why I'm walking down here now, because I ain't nobody's whore. One thing you ain't never seen me do in no video is lay on my back. Even when I was Birdman, with Birdman, there was no time that I ever did a video where I'm on my back and he's performing some kind of sexual act on me. It never happened. A lot of you saw us on camera talking to each other or eating food or cooking out or something like that, but you never seen anything else. And I don't mean no harm. He thought it would be a great idea if we did that. He thought it would be a great idea if we did that. But I said, Birdman, you don't know what kind of doors you're going to open if we do some bullshit like that. Keep that shit private. Keep that shit between us. You know, I don't need everybody looking at my yams. And I don't need everybody looking at your penis neither. So shout out to the chat. But there are some women that don't have no pride. They come up with an OnlyFans page. And then they got the nerve to want people to respect them. They got the nerve to want people to respect them. I know there's a lot of people that don't like me. I know there's a lot of people in the world that don't like me. And I don't mean no harm. A lot of my family members don't like what I do when I do it. But it's not hurting them. It's not taking no money away from them. It's not taking no food out of their mouth. Nobody's going through any kind of difficulty because I decided to wear a baseball cap instead of a G-string. Just because I decided to wear a wife beater instead of a wig, a lipstick, a dress, a pair of high heels. Don't get mad at me because I decided to wear sneakers and work boots. But there are a lot of people that are mad at me. And I didn't find out until I was grown, until I had moved out of my parents' house forever. Because when I left at them people's house, I never came back. I never even came back to visit. That's how deep my hate went for them. When I got out of prison, I remember one year I went up for parole. I never made parole. I went up for parole every year. Never made fucking parole. When I did get out, they was expecting me to move in back with them. I said, no, I left your house. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back until people start going into the grave. Because that's our relationship. Ain't no need to pretend that we best friends. Ain't no need to pretend that we know each other now. Keep on doing what you're doing, and I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I didn't find out until later that they had an issue with that. That they had a problem with that. Oh, there goes somebody's dog barking at me. Oh, I ain't worried about your dog. He's doing his job. He ain't going nowhere, though. Oh, my goodness. That's a big dog, too. And I didn't never seen him before down here, but the owner's down here getting a car repaired. Because that's a car repair place I just passed. Usually there ain't no dogs out there. But see, this is why we got to keep our eyes peeled when we out here, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to the chat. Yeah, I found out from my brother that these people had an issue with me because I didn't, one, have children, or two, got married to a man. They were mad. They were mad about that. What you mad for? What was the real issue? Because it seemed like to me, all my life, they had a problem with me. When I was little, they had a problem with me. When I became a teenager, they had a problem with me. When I got in my 20s, I was already in the penitentiary, so I was already someone else's problem. They didn't have to deal with me for almost 7 years. They hardly ever visit me. They didn't really do visits a whole lot. And they didn't really want to put no money on my books. Matter of fact, they wasn't doing shit. All my girlfriends, any woman I dealt with, I was in the penitentiary, they took care of me. They made sure I had money on my commissary. They made sure I had things I needed, not my so-called family. They didn't look out for me then, they're not looking out for me now. And if they do anything for me now, it's going to be something like they want back in return, some way, somehow. That's the way it is with them. That's why when Birdman was living, I let Birdman handle the bullshit. I said, Birdman, you handle it. You handle the phone calls. You handle the different messages and transactions. And he did. When things started changing, he was like, Ray, around that time I had moved in to that place on Decatur Street. Birdman lived with me for 3 months. 3 months. After that, Birdman moved out. We got him a room with the same landlord I was dealing with. Then he left from there. And eventually he went to the VA. And they ended up getting him a place. Because he was already, even though he was a vet, he wasn't getting no money like that. And then before I know it, he was getting 80%. He was close to getting 100%, but he never made it. Shout out to the chat. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. And the only thing, and I got a biological mother, and I don't mean no harm. This bitch got 5 children. She had 5 children. This woman was a member of the Nation of Islam. She was a member with the Nation of Islam from 1968 until 1974. Don't you know this woman, even though she was learning the lessons that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad was putting down on his members, because before you even become a member, they got you learning the lessons, the supreme lessons, the supreme alphabet, the mathematics. You learning all that. You learning who the white man is, that he is a byproduct. The white man is the direct descendant of Dr. Yakub. Who was Dr. Yakub? He was a big head scientist who hated his own people. And he didn't naturally hate black people. He was a black man himself. He didn't naturally hate black people. But the way they was treating him, his parents, his father was killed. His mother committed suicide. Dr. Yakub grew up in one of his uncle's houses. He grew up being raised by an uncle. He went to school. He was bullied by other black children. He was made fun of. And believe it or not, it really fucked with his psyche. It fucked him up. And he started hating them. He started hating them. And then he came up with this plan. How to destroy the black man and the black woman. And his plan was supposed to be in place for 6,000 years. It worked, didn't it? Look at us now. Look at people now. Because black people in America been waking up to what the white man was or is. They've been waking up. But it was the rest of the world that was still asleep. It was of the world, even Africa. Just recently, only Africa has decided to rebel against the West. They don't want to have anything to do with America, France, England, Germany, Spain, Italy, Portugal. They don't want to have anything to do with any of the European powers. Because they lived under colonization all them years. That's why when I see these black women with these black children and they mistreating them. You go in the store, in some stores you go into, you'll see the woman beating on the kid. And nobody is saying nothing. Everybody is silent. Yeah, I don't want to get involved. I mind my own business. Sometimes if you say something, you let them know, look, people are watching you. People are not going to ignore this. There's some motherfuckers that will actually attack you if they see you doing something to a kid. That's why people need to be very careful and well aware of what the fuck they do and what the fuck they say. Shout out to the chat. Hey, Lonnie, good morning. Lonnie, I didn't see you right away. Lonnie, I was so much in a vibe talking. I didn't even look at my chat, but I want to shout out to everyone that's in my chat. Empress Lonnie, One Love, Uncle L, Highly Favored, Nika, and we got a few people in the bushes. Few of the ghosts in the chat, but I'm a ghost whisperer, so we shall carry on. But thank you for coming in. Good morning to everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Lonnie, you be tripping me out. Yo, Lonnie, like, Lonnie start the video, right? You hear her moving around her car, moving around her car. Then she'll get in the seat, put on the seatbelt, and then she'll start talking. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Lonnie, Lonnie, I don't mean to talk about you. I'm here to talk about you, baby girl. But sometimes you'll get in your car, right? And you'll pull off, right? You'll go right into the traffic and be yelling and screaming. Lonnie was yelling the other morning because the school bus. I was trying my best not to laugh. I was trying my best not to giggle. I said, look at Lonnie. I said, look at Lonnie. Yeah. Yeah. She'll tell her people good morning. Sometimes when I do my videos, I be forgetting that it's morning time, and I just be wanting to go right into the video. I be ready to go right into the video. I don't even do my intro as much as I used to. I remember every time before I even started the video, I would do my intro. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa 914, which is the county of New York, coming to you with another live video. The 914 is in the house. The 914 is in the house. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Yo, it got so bad that certain YouTube creators in the sector, when I come into their chat, they don't say, hey, Arabia, what going on, Ray? Nothing like that. Some of them go right into my intro. This is your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa 914, Washington County, New York, coming to you with another live video. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. 914, Washington County, New York. Yo, and they got it down pat. They got it down pat. I said, oh, hell no. I mean, but sometimes I forget to even do my intro. Or I'm getting to a point now where I don't want to do the fucking intro. I just want to go straight into the video and say what I got to say and get off. That's what I be wanting to do. Shout out to the chat. Let me read the chat. Okay. I know! Yup, Lonnie. Yup. The talking raps. Yo, when I be doing... and I don't catch myself right away. Because sometimes I will do a video, right? And I'll start repeating myself. And I'll say something like, okay, you guys, we walking down the street. We getting ready to cross over in a little while. Then I'll say it again. Okay, you guys, we getting ready to cross the street. We're going to walk over in a little while. And everybody be like, wait a minute, she just said that. She just said that. But some people don't hear me when I say it the first time. Or if I'm making a serious point, I will repeat myself over and over. Or I will do the rundown repetition. I will make my point very clear because I want to be very clear. I don't want anyone to get anything mistaken. I wanted people to hear me right the first time. No mistakes, no misunderstandings, just right the first time. I don't want to double work, in other words. No double working today. Oh, you guys, no, they didn't. Yo, as I was talking to you guys, right, I just seen a drain that the people had took out. You know how they take the drains out and put one of them plastic big bags over it? It could be yellow, it could be orange, it could be red. Why did I just pass it? You know how long it takes for one of those crate things to go into a bag like that? You know the machine you need for that kind of work to happen? And they only did one. They only did one drain down here. It don't really fucking matter, because when it rains, all this is flooded anyway. All this right here, everything I'm walking through right now, be having mad water. I be walking through water piles sometime. I remember one time I was at the hospital with Birdman, right? And it started raining that evening, right? You know? So I get up the next day. I take me a shower. We in the hospital now. I take me a shower. I change into a clean pair of clothes. I put my bag to the side. I don't have to carry the bag, which is wonderful. He's in the hospital. I don't have, this happened a couple of years ago. This is wonderful. I don't have to carry that bag. I took a shower. I'm leaving out the building. Don't you know, when I walked in a certain area, now I thought it was just a puddle of water. Child, the next, Lonnie, Uncle L, Holly Favored, Mika, the next thing your girl knew, she was swimming in the water. I'm only 5 feet 2 inches. So if the water is 3 feet, 4 feet, I'm not walking in it. I'm swimming. I'm swimming without chlorine. Oh, I was so mad that morning. But I couldn't stop. I had to get the money. I had to go get the fucking money. By the time I got to the office, right, I was so drenched with water. I mean, water was dripping everywhere. They was like, oh, we gonna send you to such and such a place. You'll be digging a ditch. Yeah, that's right, Arabia. You will be digging a ditch today for a couple of hours. Yo, I was out there 6 hours. Now, you know, if you're out in the element for a little bit and you're wet, your clothes are gonna eventually dry. Your clothes are gonna eventually dry. Child, I was so glad to get back to that hospital. Birdman looked at me. He said, what's wrong with you? What happened to you? I said, child, it's a long story. He said, oh, you were swimming this morning. I meant to tell you that around the hospital, it always floods. Well, thank you for telling me. Man, I had to take those clothes and throw those clothes away and take me a shower. I had to replace the clothes I threw away. But I stayed with Birdman while he was at the hospital when he was doing his surgery. And we done had some good times and bad times. I remember one time I got so drunk at night, me and Birdman, we was at this pizza place. And you know how you walk into the pizza place and be ordering the food? I'm up there making the order, right? And then I see that they bring out this big pizza. And if people open the box and they just started eating. You know what my drunk ass did? I didn't pay a dime for the pizza. I went straight over to where them people were eating, and I started grabbing the pizza and eating pizza. And then I left out of the pizza place, had the nerve to walk in the darkness somewhere, and I fell in the fucking ditch. And Birdman, he was following me behind me in the car. So he pulled me out the ditch. He said, Arabia. I got so drunk, you guys, and so hungry. And I don't mean no harm. There were days I would get so fucking fucked up and I'd be hungry. I'd go right in the store and start stealing. Now, I tell you guys, I was in the store the other day and I was like, oh shit, I was in Harris Teeter and I was getting hungry. And I said, oh Lord, there's a big difference from when I used to get all fucked up to now, right? But it's the same mindset. I still think the same way. So I walked in and I was like, I'm getting hungry. And I looked over there at the shelves. Y'all didn't see me looking. I said, now I had a few people in the chat with me that particular morning. And I said, now if I take anything, if I swipe anything off this shelf, you guys are my co-defendants. You guys are my accessory to this crime. So if I get caught up, you guys log off and pretend you wasn't even here. Because I don't need no witnesses. I was so hungry that other day. And I'm a big girl now. I'm not no small chickadee. I'm a big chubby lady. I'm 5'2". I weigh over 150 pounds. So I know when I go into a store, I'm going to get hungry. I'm going to look at the things and I'm going to be like, damn, I'm hungry. And then I see my hand inch over to get whatever I want to get and walk out. But I know the store is prepared for people like me. Even though I'm walking in without a bag, doesn't mean I don't know how to put things down my pants. Doesn't mean I don't know how to stand right there in the store and eat what I'm going to eat. And if it get too bad, I'm going to eat. Because what they going to do? Lock me up for a few days? I'll get out. After what, 48 hours? Well, that's a shoplifting charge. Any shoplifting charges, if they don't put you in jail right away, let's say you don't go in front of, let's say you do go in front of a judge, or you don't go in front of a judge. You might be there for a couple of days. By the time you go in front of a judge, they already giving you time served. They're already giving you time served. It depends on where you shoplift at. I'm not a booster. I'm not one of them kind of shoplifters. I'm just a kind of shoplifter. If I see something and I'm hungry and I want it, I'm going to get it. And ain't nobody going to stop me. I'm 52 years old. What the fuck I look like stopping because you say I'm taking something? Fuck you. Fuck your rules. I'm going to come in here. If I'm hungry, I'm going to get it. If I'm thirsty, I'm going to drink it. We'll worry about paying later. Or I could just pretend that the debit card is working. There's no money on it. Oh, I'm sorry. I've done it plenty times. Somebody else pay. Shout out to the chat. See? I'm not fucked up. I haven't gotten fucked up in almost 2 months. And I still think as if I was still getting fucked up. That's the dope fiend mentality. That's what it's called, being a dope fiend. And you got the dope fiend mentality. That's worse than the actual substance that you're using. That's worse. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. So oh God, you guys. We are not that far away from oh shit. It's almost 4 o'clock and we way down here, you guys. Oh my goodness. Hold on, you guys. We too far away. I mean, I know I'll be there on time. It's just the fact that I looked at what time it was and it's like 7 minutes to 4. 7 minutes to 4. And I didn't mean to be gagging that long in the street. And the only reason why I know I'm getting close to my destination is because I already see the buildings. I already see the buildings. There's a building that is on my right-hand side. We're not over there by there right now, but it's a building where people that have mad money be living in. Mad money be living in. And then across the street is a building where the people don't have that much money. And you can see the difference between the two worlds. Those that have and those that have not. And I'm sorry to tell you, and this is my opinion, those that have usually enjoy living in areas or in places where the have-nots will not frequent. Where the have-nots will not frequent. Now, I don't mean no harm. I be talking shit about them. But there's some places right here on this strip that if you go in the place, and let's say you want a cup of coffee, but you don't have the money. You don't have the funds. What do? You either, one, pretend that you don't want the cup of coffee. Two, tell the owner that you want the cup of coffee and you're going to pay for it when you get to the register. Or three, let them know that you don't have money and you still want a cup of coffee. Now, I don't mean no harm, you guys. In most cases, they will give it to you. In most cases, they will give it to you. Because losing $2 or $2.50 is not going to hurt them. It's not going to hurt. It depends on where you go. So you don't have to have sticky fingers everywhere you go. And I should not even be talking to y'all about no sticky fingers because I know nobody in this chat be stealing. I know nobody in this chat be stealing. Well, they call it stealing. My father, I call my father. The man that raised me, he said, it's not stealing. Actually, it's borrowing. Because I don't know how many times I used to see him go into the store, get a bag of grapes, start eating the grapes. He don't pay for the shit. He'll go and get a thing of soda, start drinking the soda, don't pay for it, but he'll go in there. Not only will he do that, but then he'll go in and buy a bulk of this and a bulk of that. Yo, I remember this man would go into a store and buy, I don't know how many packets of toilet paper or hot sauce, or he'll get a case of beans or something like that. 5 loaves of bread, 4 gallons of milk. He's getting all these things. And there was one particular day I asked him, I said, why are you buying all this stuff we already got? Most of the stuff on stack at the house. He said, Arabia, just in case, if there's an emergency and we're not able to go to the store, we will have the supplies we need. He said, when you get older, you're going to have to do this too. You're going to have to do this too. So I was like, okay. So, yeah, man. Yo, we are far away from our destination, you guys. I don't never be this far. I must have got too happy. Shout out to the chat. Hey, lovely. Damn. See, I don't be looking at my chat. So we got Highly Favored, Mika, Lonnie, Uncle L, and Lovely in the chat. Shout out to the chat. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Oh, Lovely, I'm so sorry. I got so entwined in talking about whatever situation I was talking about. And sometimes I get deep in a vibe with a conversation, even though, you know, and deep involved with the conversation, I be forgetting to look at the chat. Or I'll look down, I'll glance down, and I'll see Uncle L, and I already know he's in here. Or, he's letting me know he's still here. Or I'll see Highly Favored or Mika typing in. I didn't see Lovely right away. Shout out to Lovely. Oh, man. Yo, shout out to the chat. So everyone that's in this chat, it's like, okay, Uncle L. There's 3 of y'all that are content creators. And it's 2 of y'all that are moderators for other chats. Okay. So I got content creators in my chat. And I got moderators in my chat from other chats. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. I was just saying that I'm far behind in my destination. I was supposed to have been at this big building 5 minutes ago. Because now it's like after 4 o'clock. So I was supposed to have been there 5 minutes ago. So I'm running late this morning, you guys. I'm running late. I can't help it. I can't be on time all the time. But as long as I'm there before 5 o'clock, I really don't give a damn. As long as I'm there before 5 o'clock, I really don't give a damn. And I'm going to make sure, and I hate the fact that she don't have the tablet where we can sign in on the tablet, because the tablet automatically registers to the computer, and the computer will let her know, okay, Arabia just walked in and it's 5:05 and she's the 3rd person on the list. So when they have the tablet or the computer on working, everything runs more smoothly. Everything is in shambles now because the tablet broke. Somebody broke the shit. Instead of them fucking replacing the shit, they tell us to sign on a fucking piece of paper. And the other day, I was the 6th motherfucker online, but I didn't know she didn't have that many tickets. Now, if I would have known that, I would have kept my black ass home. Now, from now on, I'm not moving nowhere out of that house or on a Monday or Tuesday to come nowhere, because I know ain't nothing really popping. Things don't start popping until you get to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, depending on which job she gonna send you on. Depending on which job. And I'm telling you, son, I don't mean no harm. As long as I was flagging for them, everything was good. The reason why I stopped flagging for them is because sometimes when you go on them flagging jobs, basically it's called traffic control. When you go on a traffic control job, you are at the mercy of these people. They decide whether you can go to the bathroom or not. And sometimes there is no bathroom facilities in walking distance. Sometimes they gotta drive you to the place. Now, when I first started out doing the traffic control for this year, I didn't have an issue. But when I started working for that other company, and it's much smaller than the other one, all of a sudden they didn't want us to have water. They didn't want us to take breaks. They didn't even want us to go to the fucking bathroom. And I'm telling you, man, we was not working for the crackers that day. We were working for the niggas. We were working for the niggas. And I don't mean to say it like that, but yeah, I do mean to say it like that. We don't have a whole lot of love for each other. We don't. We don't respect each other. We don't value each other. We don't love each other. We don't see each other like the way we should see each other. We treat each other wrong. And I'm not talking about the robbing and the carjacking and the drug dealing and the killing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about common courtesy. Like, okay, I'm getting ready to walk down to this office, right? And people say good morning, whatever. And for some reason, and sometimes you got to put motherfuckers in their place. They'll say something about my cowboy brim or my Patriots brim, right? Oh, you wearing a cowboy brim. You know what I told that man the other day? I said, stop worrying about what the fuck I'm wearing. You're not supposed to go to the job wearing sweatpants, but you're wearing sweatpants, right? You're not supposed to go to the job without taking a bath, but you're going out there without taking a bath, right? I said, you're not supposed to be drinking before you go to the job, but you out there drinking, right? So don't tell me about what the fuck I'm wearing. Leave me the fuck alone. Mind your business. And then they get all mad up. They get mad then. Oh, well, fuck you. All this other I don't give a fuck. Just as long as they don't put their fucking hands on me, we good. I'm telling you, I do not like niggas from South Carolina. I do not like niggas from South Carolina. I've always had an issue with them. Always. Even when I was younger. I remember living in New York, right? And the people that was raising us used to love to come to South Carolina every summer. So when I got old enough, I was like, why are we going down south during the summer? We stayed for 2 weeks. She said, we going down there to see family. I told her, I said, number one, you're not my mother. Number two, those people are not my family. So why am I going down there to see them? Why am I going down there to see your people? None of them are blood relation. Yeah, I was starting to get like that, man. They were talking about family reunions. I like, why would I want to go to a family reunion with you niggas and I'm not related to none of you niggas? But when I met my biological family, and they was like, oh yeah, the family reunion is X, Y, and Z. I said, for real? So I remember the first year I met them, right? They was like, yeah, you can come to the family reunion and meet everyone and blase, blase. I was like, okay. And they was like, okay, it's $300 for $300 for what? And I just met y'all motherfuckers? Yeah, they wanted me to pay $20 for the fucking t-shirt and $300 for the hotel. Plus I'm paying my transportation to get to North Carolina, wherever the fucking family reunion is at, or Massachusetts, or New York, or New Jersey. And I just met y'all niggas. After 28 years, I said, y'all got a lot of fucking nerve. I'm not paying a goddamn thing. We can continue on like the way we did 28 years. The only people I really had contact with was my father, my grandmother, and my two aunts, Aunt Ernestine and Aunt Bernie. We call them Ernie and Bert, like the two dudes from the Sesame Street. Y'all ain't no good. Y'all ain't no good. I started it, right? Shout out to the chat. Let me read. It is what it is. Shout out to it is what it is. Yo, did y'all see? Look, let's change subjects for a minute. Did y'all see Triple S new video? Did y'all see Triple S new video where Kev Lowe is announcing, like he's a newscaster about TJ, the Goodwill Gorilla, He's announcing about TJ being a dangerous person and he should not have the keys to run in that store, and he's dangerous, and he be online threatening people. He even threatened women in the community that were nurses. Yo, Triple S. Yo, shout out to Triple S. Shout out to Triple S. Yo, she had me rolling. Yo, I was in the house cracking up. I had to play the video. I don't know how many times I shared it on my wall. I had to play the video. I don't know how many times. Yeah, man. Triple S had me cracking up. I was dying. I was cracking out. I couldn't believe this shit. I knew, because Triple S, before she do a video, you guys, she'll get real quiet on the YouTube streets. Now, she'll go into certain chats and visit, laugh, talk, kick it up, because she's famous all over these YouTube streets. Everyone knows who Triple S is. Shout out to her. That's my baby girl. That's my baby girl. Anyway, to make a long story short, she'll go into different chats and she'll listen to what the people are saying, you know, da-da-da. And then the next thing you know, Triple S will disappear. She'll get real quiet, and then 72 hours later, maybe a little bit later than that, she'll come up with a video. She'll come out with a video. Hey, Just Jay, what's up? Good morning. Yeah, I was just telling them about Triple S and how she, I invite everyone to go over to Triple S Edits, subscribe to her channel, and look at her content. Yo, she did that last video. That shit was funny as hell. The video she did with Lonnie, that was funny as hell. Yo, Triple S be tripping me out. Triple S be tripping me. Shout out to Triple S. Y'all go over there and sub up to her. Sub up to Just Jay. Sub up to Highly Favored. Sub up to Lovely Star Being. Sub up to Lonnie One Love Empress over there. Yo, shout out to the chat. Everyone that's in my chat is a YouTube content creator. They're either content creators or they're moderators for someone else's chat. So shout out to the chat. We got a good chat right here. Yeah. We ain't got no trolls so far, but I thought for sure me doing vertical, it was going to bring in some trolls. Now, when I first got started, y'all, I was having a lot of trouble with the trolls. Speaking of a troll, here comes a troll right now walking up the street. They on the other side of the street, you guys, though. But I don't trust these people around here. I just don't trust them. They all look sneaky. They all look like they got their hand in the cookie jar somewhere. They all look like they about to do something to you. And that's years of conditioning. You know what I mean? It might not be nothing happening, but they sure do be looking suspicious. They be looking suspicious. Why are you walking around on the street? You looking around, you looking at what other people are doing instead of minding your own business. I'm minding my own business. He watching me. He watching me walk away. Ain't no leftovers here, motherfucker. I don't want nothing to have to do with no more dicks. I don't have nothing to do with no more men. They are trouble. They are too effeminate. I ain't gonna lie. They too effeminate for me. Nah, man, I'm sick of it. Last man was Birdman, that's it. And I don't mean no harm, ladies. If you're laying in the bed with a man and there's a noise at your door, there's no reason for you to get up and go and be suspicious about the noise. See, that's why I like New York niggas better. New York niggas are more of men than these niggas from South Carolina. I don't mean no harm. I'm telling my opinion. New York niggas are more masculine than these niggas from the South. I love Birdman. Yes, I did. I enjoyed his company. Yes, I did. But he had a lot of effeminate ways. When we heard a noise in the house, he didn't get up. He didn't get up to investigate where the noise was coming from. I had my girlfriend KK staying with me for a little bit. When KK heard a noise, KK would jump out of bed and go investigate the noise. Butt naked and all, running to the door, running to where the noise was coming from. Open the door, no clothes on. Yo, nigga, you better get the fuck out of here. You better get the fuck out of here. KK would be up there screaming and hollering and shit. Close the door, slam it, lock it. Hey, don't go to the door, babe. I took care of it. Don't go to the door, babe. Not no niggas. Not no niggas. They lay right in the bed. They lay all that tough talk, all these niggas on this app be doing. I know when they be at home with their bitch. I know when they be home with their bitch and they hear a strange, suspicious noise. I know them niggas don't get out of bed. And the first excuse they'll use, I've been on YouTube all day. I've been online all day. I can't go investigate where the noise is coming from. Babe, you mind getting up and seeing where the noise... Now you getting up because you heard a suspicious noise. You go investigating. You know how many times I had to get up in the middle of the night if I heard some kind of strange, suspicious noise? Now, let me tell you something. Before I left New York, right, I had this homeboy. He used to come over to my house sometime. I used to go to his house. He used to come to my house. No fucking happening, okay? He had a woman, I had a woman. Shout out to the chat. We respected each other. I'm going to put it like that. Anyway, to make a whole long story short, there was one particular time he was sleeping in the living room. I was sleeping in my bedroom. Matter of fact, I had fell asleep watching a movie. There was a suspicious noise that was happening around the window area. He woke up so fast and ran to that window, but it was already too late. Two niggas was already opening the window. They were coming in. And he was like, who the fuck is you two? He didn't recognize none. And they were like, oh, your old lady, it all right with her because we come through these fire escape. They was coming through the fire. See, a lot of time in New York, you move into places where they got a fire escape. I'm going to tell my advice to everyone that is living in a situation like that, drill them shits close. Take you a drill, some screws, and drill that shit closed so no one can open up no window. Now, I had the screws in the window, and for some reason, I had the landlord come take them out. 90 days after that, 3 months after he took them screws out, motherfuckers start coming on them fucking balconies, on them fucking fire escapes. But one thing I can say, I never had no issues with none of them niggas from New York. It's only the issues from these niggas from South Carolina. Who's the man and who's the woman? I'm confused. I'm confused. Shout out to the chat. And I'm part of the LGBTQ community. I've been a part of it for over 20 years. And I'm confused? Something ain't right, you guys. I'm telling you, this LGBTQ community is changing too fucking fast. It's changing too fucking fast. I don't even remember the rules anymore. Only thing I know is that there's a bunch of division. It's a lot of division. They divide you by race. They divide you by class. They divide you by your age. I'm considered now an OG. 52. I'm considered now old school news. I'm an old school bulldagger. Yeah, them children, when they puckered up their lips to address me, and they don't know my name, old school OG, Butch Queen, Banji Queen, a baby Butch actually. Shout out to the chat. That's my category. If I was walking the walk now, if I was walking in a ball right now, I wouldn't be able to walk because, well, I would be able, regardless of if I'm heavy or not, but I would have to dress in a certain category. And my category, on a for real note, is aggressive. Aggressive baby Butch. I'm known as a Butch Queen. To these ignorant motherfuckers, they call me a bull dagger. A bull dagger, a dyke, a lesbian, a candy licker. That's what they call me. Oh, yeah. I remember one day, I don't mean no harm, you guys. Shout out to the chat. I had walked out the door the other day of this place we getting ready to go into. And, I'm just outside for a little bit, smoking on my cigar, enjoying my life. So, as the door is opening because someone is leaving out or coming back in, I hear them people in there talking about me. Oh, she chubby, but she cool as fuck. Go out there now. Yeah. I'm chubby, but I'm cool as fuck. Go out there and ask me for something to smoke. They want to smoke my smokes. Now, I don't got no cigarettes this morning, you guys. No cigarettes, no cigars. All right? So I'm going to go to this place today. And I know somebody got a cigarette on them. I know if I don't smoke but one cigarette today, I'll be just fine. Shout out to the chat. Let me read the chat. Hold on. This is fun. Okay. Oh, y'all talking to each other in the chat? Okay, shout out to the chat. That's good. That's good. Oh, some little animals on the fucking sidewalk. Oh, my goodness, you guys. Anyway, to get back to the subject at hand. Yeah, you guys, and I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no fucking harm. Them niggas in New York, if they are homeless, right? Ain't no way in the world they gonna sleep with another man unless they part of the LGBT community. And they're out of the closet with this shit. These niggas down here, oh no. They'll sleep with a man and tell you didn't see them with that man. There's men right here at this fucking office. I ain't seen them fuck another man. And then I'll see them a few months later walking with a bitch. Walking with a bitch, living with a bitch. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. I don't mean no harm. Some of you gonna need some condoms when you're dealing with these dudes. Because I did it. When I was fucking with bro, I don't give a fuck. I was using condoms. And some of you that are fucking women, I don't mean no harm. You're gonna have to buy, I call it wet dams. They're really called dental dams. I call it a wet dam. I don't mean no harm. You're gonna have, I'll tell you, man. ain't nothing safe. Ain't nothing sweet about them. I see these two cats playing together. One of them ran across the street. I don't know where exactly he ran. The other one ran back in right wherever he was going. They're a trip just to watch them. Grown-up cats and still playing. We the only creatures, humans are the only creatures that become adults and don't want to play no kind of games unless they're getting paid for doing it. We got grown men running down a football field, throwing a basketball, hitting a baseball, but they're not doing it for fun. They're doing it to get paid. They're doing it for money. They're not doing it for the love of the sport. That's why this world is so fucked up. Mobile grooming. I don't know what that is. They put up all kinds of weird signs around here. Now, this is the part where I need to hurry up and get out of here. This is the part where I need to hurry up and get out of here. Because all of this, where I'm walking right now, all of this used to be where the homeless live. Right under this underpass. All this was Tent City. All of it. Shout out to the chat. Yeah. I decided not to come on camera this morning, you guys. You know, sometimes I want to hide behind the avatar too. Sometimes I just, but I had to do that video yesterday, you guys. I had to do that video yesterday because some motherfuckers on this app think it's sweet. They think that they are being so smart and facetious or whatever, and they call themselves, and I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm gonna tell you something. If you're supporting someone on this app, if you're supporting them, if you're a member on their channel, or you're super chatting these people, or you cash apping them, let me tell you something. And these new motherfuckers don't know the fucking rules. They need not to disrespect the people that support them. If they're going to disrespect the people that support them, then maybe they should refund these people their money. There's only one YouTube creator, and she's a woman. And if she's having issues with anyone on her channel, and she knows that those people are supporting her, don't you know she'll return their money? She will cash app their money right back. You got motherfuckers on this app that will disrespect you and will not refund you your money. They think it is okay for them to disrespect you. No, it's not okay. And if someone disrespects you, you have the right to open up your fucking mouth, and you have the right to say what you need to fucking say. I don't give a fuck if you hurt their feelings. I don't give a fuck about none of that, because they didn't give a fuck if they attacked you or hurt your feelings or made you look bad. You know what I mean? Word. You got to start putting these niggas in their place. And it's not the women that's doing it. And the only men that are doing that are the beta males. The beta males, the ones that are weak. The ones that will hear the noise in the middle of the night and won't get up and investigate. They'll have all kinds of excuse. All kinds of excuse. Shout out to the chat. Why they can't be fucking men. But get mad at a woman like me when I'm more masculine than them. I got probably more testosterone in me than they got. And I don't need an Adam's apple. I don't need a deep voice. Only thing I need to do is get up and do. Get up and do for me. That's being independent. That's being responsible. And a lot of people on this app don't know what that is. They don't even take their own children. You'll be surprised. A lot of people on this app got kids, will tell the whole world they gave their child $100 and will be mad that they gave the child $100. And ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Shout out to the chat. Oh, we got this Uber coming down the street. We got Ubers and Lyfts. They be up and down the strip all day because there's a hotel right up the street. I liked working at the hotels. Yeah. Just Jay, yeah. You know I'm telling the truth. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel like talking about these people on this app. Because they get on my damn nerve. You know what I'm going to do? Just stop supporting them. Stop going in their chats. Stop supporting them. Stop looking at what they're talking about, because a lot of it is empty talk. A lot of it is empty talk. And I don't feel like listening to no empty words. If I want to listen to some empty words, I'll go somewhere else. I'll go to a church. If I want to listen to some empty words, I'll go sit in a lecture. Shout out to the chat. I don't come to YouTube for that. I don't come to YouTube to be disrespected or to be put down or to be made fun of. And I'm telling you why people do that. They doing that because they feel insecure. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about my videos. It's something about my videos that make other motherfuckers insecure. It's something about what the fuck I be saying that be fuck these people. I be rocking their world and they don't even realize I'm rocking their world. That's why they come at me with all kinds of hate. But they don't just do it to me. They do it to other people too. It's just my fucking turn. And I don't mean no harm. The women in the sector got more heart than some of these dudes. The dudes will be disrespected. Look at Will T. Look at Will T. That's a perfect example of somebody that's a doormat. He's being disrespected every time he come on this platform. Every time he hit the panel or certain channels, he being played, he being disrespected, he's being dragged, he's being made fun of, he's being judged, and he sees it. He says it doesn't bother him, but it does bother him because then he'll start crying. Not physically boo-hooing, shedding tears, but then he'll start crying about his knees hurt. He'll start crying about something else. And I don't mean no harm. He is a doormat for them. There's a few people on this app a doormat. Now, Finchy the African, he learned real quick not to be nobody's punching bag and not to be nobody's doormat. When he told some of these motherfuckers on this app, he will find them and come slap the shit out of them. They hurry up and shut the fuck up. That man crossed state lines with his wife to slap the shit out of another punk ass nigga. A bitch ass nigga. What he calling a bitch ass nigga? Finchy said, oh, I ain't gonna be taking this disrespect. Finchy said, oh, I ain't playing this shit. Finchy said, I'll find your ass and I'll slap the shit out of you. Them niggas hurry up and shut the fuck up. Them niggas hurry up and shut the fuck up. And that's why sometimes you gotta do it like that. Sometimes you gotta come off this fucking app. I don't mean no harm. But we unseen what happens when people come off this app. We seen the New York subway shooter. We seen the other person that shot up at that school not too long ago. So we see the violence that actually be pouring out from these YouTube streets into the real world. We see it. We're not stupid. We're not blind. But I was cracking up. I was laughing my ass off when I heard Finchy say, "Yo, bitch ass nigga, I'll come find your ass and slap the shit out of you." And he was looking for the person. I think that was the second time Finchy had did that. That was the second time Finchy had came off this app and looked for whoever he was looking for so he could slap the shit out of him. He didn't say he wanted to do anything else to him. He said he wanted to slap the shit out of him. And after that, certain motherfuckers on this app just started shutting up. They started being quiet. They started pretending that they didn't say nothing to Finchy. Yeah, that's what started happening. I saw it. I was a witness. I was a witness to a man being on these YouTube streets saying that he was gonna slap another man. I was a witness when a man on these YouTube streets said he will come off these YouTube streets and find his target. I was a witness. Shout out to the chat. A lot of weird stuff be going on. The New York stuff. Oh yeah, Just Jay, yeah, because they basically shutting down all the stores that are an establishment down in the subway because the people are stealing too much. The people are stealing and robbing too much. There've been a lot of sexual assaults on the New York subway system in New York, yes. Yes, they even got an issue when it's real hard rain. Just Jay, when it rains real bad in certain places in New York, the subway system will automatically flood. Everything will flood out and nothing is being repaired. But we got people from New York on this app in the sector won't report on nothing what's going on in New York. Won't even lift their tongue to say anything is going wrong in New York. I don't live in New York right now. I live in South Carolina. I can only report what I see going on in South Carolina. And trust me, I lift my tongue. I lift my tongue and sing the song. I sing the songs that make the whole world cry. I sing the songs that make YouTubers die. I sing the songs. Because just because I don't have all them gadgets and I don't be gossiping on, that doesn't make me less of a YouTuber than some of these played out YouTubers. Motherfuckers are played and they don't even see it. I'm just waiting for the day when the government says, look, man, I gotta go and recharge the battery. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming in. Good morning to everyone. Hope everyone has an awesome day. Peace. One.